to the Blake Billman Mask channel, where we have another really good review for you today. We got a Kane mask review. This is not a typical Kane mask review. This is a definitely a custom Kane piece, and I think a really, really awesome custom Kane piece. Anyone who's ever sat around and watched this channel knows that Kane is my all-time favorite WWE wrestler, my all-time favorite professional wrestler, period, of any promotion. I am a huge pro wrestling fan, and really, I'm not one of those WWE elitists or AEW elitists or whatever. I just love pro wrestling, and one of the reasons why I love pro wrestling so much is because of the Kane character. When I was very young, I remember seeing Kane on TV during the Attitude Era, and I remember just thinking that Kane was the coolest thing that I had ever saw in my life. Between Kane and Darth Maul from Star Wars, like the two coolest things I think I could ever see. And yes, if you couldn't tell by some of the Darth Maul masks around, obviously that is my all-time favorite Star Wars character. Really in a landslide. What I was saying about this not being a typical Kane mask is that this is not a mask that a replica of any mask that Kane ever wore. This is a custom Kane piece, and it comes from a really good friend of mine named Tim Cecil, aka the MaskMonger. I will also be linking all of his stuff down below, his YouTube channel, his Instagram page. If he has Instagram, I can't remember. But I'll be linking all of Tim's socials down below in the description, and I'll probably try and link him in the comments and the pinned comments if I remember. But Tim is a really, really great guy, super nice guy. We met a couple of years ago at Palefest 2023. We instantly kind of hit it off. I went by his booth. He was selling some really cool pieces. This, ironically, was one of these pieces. I wanted to get it at the time, but I was actually a little maxed out on my cash because Tim had came in with a wrestling, little small wrestling promotion, because on the third and final day of Palefest 2 years ago, they had a wrestling event that happened, and those guys absolutely killed it, and it was highly entertaining and 150% worth the time to stick around for that, watch them put the ring up. And Tim, he absolutely killed it in the ring. He cracked everybody up and won everybody over, especially when he was in the ring and he took a weapon and asked him if it said it was for science, and had everybody cracking up. But Tim is a super nice guy, super talented. He takes a lot of stuff. He takes a lot of different stuff, whether it be mass-produced pieces or whatever, and takes it and turns it into something that's really, really awesome. And it's definitely stuff that's worth having in the collection because it is 100% unique, and it's usually everything he does is usually one-offs. So that makes it even more special. And that being said, I want to grab something real quick. I'll be right back. You know, when I was talking about Palefest 2 years ago and with Tim, this reminded me of this really, really cool print that I bought at Palefest in 2024. Tim had actually, these were actually skewers that were used in a match from Palefest 2023, the day I met Tim. So it's pretty cool that I actually have something that I bought off of him that commemorates the day that we met. How often do you get to have something in your possession that consistently reminds you of the day that you became friends with somebody or met somebody that you became really good friends later on? But yeah, these were actually these skewers were actually in dude's head there. So it's actually pretty cool that he was able to get these, frame them up. You know, they just look, it's just something really cool. It's a little bit of a sentimental piece. But yeah, let's go ahead and get on into this review here. And as you guys can see what I was talking about when I was saying that this is not a typical Kane mask. This isn't a replica in any kind of sense in that way. But this is a really, really awesome piece. And like I said, I wish I could have got this the day of the final day of Palefest 2023. But like I said, I was just maxed out on funds at that point in time with buying masks and stuff the 2 previous days. But I absolutely love this piece here. I think what Tim did with this is absolutely awesome. I love the fact that this looks like something you would see in Texas Chainsaw Massacre or like in a horror movie or something like that. I just absolutely love that vibe. I love how he's got Carver carved into the forehead. That is a really nice touch. You know, it's a nice little Tim Cecil touch there. But like I said, obviously the style design is based clearly off of Kane's original look in WWE. And I just love the Slipknot style strapping in the back of it. I love the paint job that Tim did on this. And I just love how it looks like it was actually ripped off of somebody's face. And I just think that gives this a really unique look. It's definitely a unique piece in my collection, that's for sure. Just like all of Tim's pieces are. And I would definitely like to show off more of Tim's pieces. If you guys want to see more of Tim's stuff, please comment down below. And even put a like on this video. If you like Kane, you like wrestling, if you just like this particular piece, drop a like on the video. I mean, that helps out a lot. You'd be surprised how often just hitting that like button really helps out any video. And I would just like to see Tim do more wrestling inspired masks like this. I wouldn't mind seeing a Doink the Clown version like this. I think that would be something that would be really awesome for Tim to do, because I absolutely love Doink the Clown as well. But yeah, if you catch this video and you don't know who Tim is, the MaskMonger, then I would highly recommend you go and check out his work. He is a very talented individual, and I don't think you'll be disappointed with anything that he shows you on his YouTube channel or on his socials. Like I said, I'll try to link all that stuff down below. But yeah, like I said, if you really like this, just go and please check out his work. You definitely won't be disappointed. Not to mention, maybe if you guys go over there, maybe Tim and I could work on some stuff in the future. We can get some really cool unboxings going from Tim. He always has stuff in the works. Like I said, you guys send him over there, tell him I sent you his way. Who knows, maybe he'll hook us up with something nice if this video does well. But that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get you guys some up-close shots of this piece, just like we always do over here. I think that's the only way to do things. And I'll go ahead and I'll catch you guys in the next one.